First question we normally ask our guests is, what is your cubicle to CEO story or employee to entrepreneur story? If you never worked in a cubicle, I'm very curious to hear yours.
Yeah. So, I dropped out of high school, and at that time, I was 16 years old. And I just knew that that path wasn't for me. I knew college wasn't going to be the answer. Knew at that age that I was never going to do the corporate world. So I almost felt this resistance that this was a waste of my time if, like, moving up this ladder to then get to this ladder that I don't continuously want to climb, what am I doing? I feel like I can seek other opportunities in life, and let's start young. Let's go. So I worked restaurant jobs. That's how I made my money so that I could travel. And that was like everything in my life, and it still is. That's why I've created the freedom that I have so that I can travel and have that independence. And so I would work restaurant jobs, and they made the money, but not the money that I wanted to make. And certainly I never wanted to be in my 30s or 40s and beyond and be like, I'm trapped in this restaurant industry. What do I do to get out? So I always let my intuition guide me, right? So, like, one little sign, I'd be like, ooh, maybe that's for me. So one of the signs was working in a restaurant job. My boss actually spit in my face. He was like so condescending, and I was closing up the restaurant, and he got drunk and was like yelling at me that I didn't clean something properly and literally spit in my face. And I was like, okay, that's the sign. Thank you, universe. I'm done with this. So at that point, I walked out and I literally never looked back. And I was like, I'm never going to work for someone else. I'm never going to let someone else treat me in a condescending way, even though that was one experience. I'm sure you can work in a restaurant job and not have that happen. But that's where I discovered the online space. I was like, just how do I do something that can create freedom? So I became a virtual assistant, which I feel like is the common path when you're like, I have no idea where to start, which I do feel like there's a lot of power in becoming a virtual assistant when you don't know what you want to do, because you get to see the back end of so many people's businesses. And I am that type of learner where I just need to see it, and then I can like conceptualize and then even have my own ideas and run with it. So I was able to see what people were doing wrong and right, and what I felt was good and integrity, and what I could maybe do better. And so I started offering web design just to my virtual assistant clients. And I was like, this is it, at least for now. Let's see where evolution takes me. But for now, like, this is it. Let me run with it. So I started doing that in 2018. 2019, I launched a template shop. And then 2 years ago, I started showing up on TikTok, trying to get more clients, build, thinking people would want my web design. And they were actually like, no, how did you do this? How did you build this? And so then that's where the education is now. So now I'm teaching people to do exactly what I do, what I did. So that's the journey summed up.